Hurry up and get your thing, dude. We're already 5 minutes into this. Actually, you know what?
Dang,
We should probably stop and then get back in when you're ready to go.
Yeah, probably. I just got logged in now.
You turn your audio off.
Like that? Nope, that's not it. Like that. There we go.
There you go.
Muted it.
And then put the video on. There you are.
Oh.
All right, so
hey there.
Get into the position that you want. You're the only one that's doing that.
I know. I'm sorry.
And your mic has disappeared with it.
All right. I will unblur my background then. How's that?
You need to get into a comfortable position how you want to record. And then move your face around your microphone.
You don't think this is comfortable?
You're going to tell me that you're going to sit like that the whole time?
Just like this, straight up.
I don't fucking believe you.
You shouldn't, because I won't.
You're going to want to sit back. You're going to want to get relaxed. So you need to find and move your microphone into the position that you want. I gave you tons of slack.
I understand you, Tim. I know. You're frustrated with me, and I'm sorry.
I'm not frustrated with you. I'm just trying to
Well,
instruct
you're about
you.
to be, because I'm going to go get my wine first.
Oh, I love it.
This is the Always More podcast.
Hello and hello. It is February 28th, and welcome to the Always More podcast, where we believe there is always more room at the table for honest questions, meaningful conversation, and deeper understanding. Today on the pod, we're talking about fake amputations, Christmas in January, go-to movie snacks, woolly mammoths coming back to life, pathological liars, and so much more. But first, I'm your host, Christopher Thomas Ford. Sitting next to me and across from me at the same time, which is a little weird just because of camera angles, is my best friend in the world, Timothy Lichty.
Hello, hello.
And we also have our man, the myth, the legend, Justin Johnson.
Your intros are much better than mine.
I put a little effort into them. I'm not going to lie. How you guys doing?
Good. It's warm. Still warm in Wisconsin. The planet is dying.
Is it really
was
warm or is it
almost 60
relatively warm?
Like almost 60 degrees warm. Like walk outside without a jacket in the sun. Like
I mean, it's warm from Wisconsin in January or February.
So relatively warm then.
no, like 40 degrees warmer than it should be.
Global
40?
warming.
It's only 60.
40.
So it should be 20?
Yes, February is like when we should be having blizzards and the extreme cold, and instead we're just like people running in shorts.
I'm telling you. This planet is going to burn.
Were any of you guys friends with
Yes.
people who wore shorts during the winter in high school?
No. I knew people, but I was not
Yeah.
friends with them. I don't like people like that.
Watch Justin say he was.
Well, see, the thing was, my high school was mostly black, and back then, black people who liked metal and, all the fun emo scene of the early 2000s, we weren't well accepted. So I had a lot of white friends. So, yeah. Yeah.
It was a thing.
Yeah. I also had a lot of white friends. None of them wore shorts.
That's true.
Because the white friends that I had were not the kind of people that wore shorts.
I was a dork.
Wait, didn't you grow up in Texas?
Yes.
So,
No, like shorts in the winter.
yeah, but Texas winter
But
is
no,
short
but hear me out.
weather.
Okay,
If
okay,
you ever
that's
looked me
yes
dead
and
in the
no.
eyes and said, "My legs don't get cold," we were immediately no longer friends. That's it.
All right, okay.
And
I'll
if you're
allow it.
listening to this podcast
it.
and if you're like, "Yeah, I used to hang out with Chris," I wonder why we don't hang out anymore. That's probably why. If you ever looked me in the eyes and said, "My legs don't get cold," I can't trust you. Because you're a liar. There's not a single person on this planet whose body gets cold but their legs don't. You're a liar, and I can't trust you.
It's pretty intense.
Wow.
That's
know,
where I'm at. That's where I'm
strong
at in life.
opinions.
Hot take. I don't trust people who don't get cold.
That's a good soundbite.
That's literally a hot take. There you go. Put that on TikTok and smoke it.
I will.
Speaking of pathological liars, let's go ahead and dive into our next segment.
I was like, Donald Trump?
I mean, yes,
That's good
but I thought we were going to have a whole episode on that, so we'll save that for later.
stuff. Another time.
Another time. It's kind of like
All right.
DJ Khaled.
I know. I got you. I got
Yeah.
you, buddy.
Another time, not another. Anyway, we're going to dive into our next segment, which is our tried and true Wreck and Rev. This is the part of the show where we recommend and review some things that you may or may not have been involved with. Seen, heard, smelled, touched, listened to, tasted. Am I missing a sense? I feel like I'm missing a sense.
No, I think you got it.
Smell, sight,
Felt? I mean,
Touch.
like, sensed.
taste, heard. No, that was it. 5 senses.
Seen?
Anyway, I'm going to go
Yeah.
ahead and kick this one off because we were talking about pathological liars. Have you guys been on TikTok in the past 3 to 4 days?
Yes.
Obviously.
Have you guys been on the side of TikTok with Risa Tisa?
No.
Maybe?
This is a 50-part series,
Oh, my God.
10 minutes per part. So we're talking 500 minutes of content plus the live,
Jesus.
plus the clarification episodes of this
Clarification
woman.
episodes. I love it.
Her segment is called Who the Fuck Did I Marry? It's like watching a true crime documentary unfold on TikTok, and I am here for every single minute. Not only have I watched 25 episodes myself, and I am dedicated to watching the remaining 25 because this story is enthralling, but I have gone back and listened to other parts. So I'm getting 500 plus minutes of content. This is such an interesting story. Okay. So this lady named Risa Tisa on TikTok, obviously not her real name, married during COVID this man named Legion, also not his real name.
You say this. You say that as if it's like some random dystopian time where people got married.
It was. No, hear me out. So they met literally right before COVID lockdowns,
Okay.
and they decided they were going to date and quarantine together.
Okay. That's cute.
They got married January 2020.
Okay.
And it is the most insane story of like narcissistic lying I have ever heard.
Oh, so it turns out bad.
And you have to understand who my mom is.
Oh. Oh, no.
This story
Oh, no.
is so much more intense
Oh,
than
no.
anything I've experienced so far. Like, this dude was like, yeah, I went to college in California. I was born in Philly. I've got X amount of family members. I played arena football. I've got money. Like, this is who I am as a person. And she's like, cool, bet. I don't love you for the money, but it's nice to have. And he's like, cool, we should buy a house together. And she's like, dope, let's buy a house together. Well, we can't buy a house together because, you know, this stuff happened and somebody else bought the house and this fell through and I don't like the basement on this house. And she's like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm going to buy you a car. Okay, cool. What kind of car are you going to buy me? Well, I'm going to buy you a BMW. All right, dope. Let's go test drive these BMWs. So they test drive the BMWs and he's like, well, you know, this one's not working out. This one's not working out. You should get an Audi instead. She's like, okay, let's get me an Audi. Well, you know, this one's not working out and this one's not working out. And the truck that was carrying the Audi crashed and blah, blah, blah. So we can't do this. And like things, like there are things that he does that show like, hey, I've got this amount of money. And she's like, all right, cool. Well, he's got this amount of money. So that can't be the real issue, but it's always something like what's going on. And like all these lies start happening and she's like realizing their lies and people are realizing their lies, but nobody knows why they're lies. And they just keep getting deeper and deeper. Like he doesn't like it's insane. Like he's making these phone calls in front of her. So she hears him talking to these people. But like in retrospect, she realizes she never heard those people talking back. He was just like
Whoa.
pretending to make these phone calls. Like he has a brother.
You got to send this to me.
He has a brother that he talks to every day. That she, like, after a year together, she realized she had never talked to this brother. He's not real. He doesn't actually have this brother. Like, it's blowing my mind that people can be like this, and I am loving every minute of it. I will send this to you, Justin.
Sorry. Yeah, I got to interject. Yeah, you said it's blowing your mind that people can be like this.
I know. I was going to say, this
Tim,
is 2023.
But Tim, remember how we used to work with a guy who used to be in the NFL?
But no.
He wasn't.
I understand people like that. They make big lies that are very easily checked out. Like very easily Googleable.
He made a lot of small ones, like everything, the whole everything.
Well, I think that's the definition of pathological. Like they lie about everything, but they make big lies like that. This guy is like,
I was a linebacker, bro.
The lies he makes are just at the line of like, this could be a lie, but probably not.
There's a bar graph for sure.
And
like, that's a little too crazy.
He's
that's
got proof. Like they went to go for a house, right? He said that his budget was $700,000 for a house in Georgia, which it's a pretty good house. It's not like the best, but it's a good house. And he got approved by Chase Bank. He had a proof letter or a letter of approval from Chase Bank that he just made up. He falsified that letter of proof. Not only did he hand it to his now ex-wife, then wife at the time, he handed it to the realtor that they had hired to help. Like, and the realtor was like, okay, dope. And the realtor started showing them houses, and then they found a house that they liked, and he was like, cool, you need to submit a letter, an offer. The guy was like, yeah, I'll do an all-cash offer right now. And then ghosted the realtor. So the realtor, like, called the wife, and she was like, well, I don't know what's going on. And he was like, let me talk to the realtor. And then he called the wife back and was like, hey, I fired that realtor because he was a piece of shit. But the realtor didn't do anything wrong. It was him. So I would highly suggest, if you have the time, I literally listen to this like on my drive, and while I'm doing like clerical work at the office, I've got it playing in my headphones.
Justin, I don't know what kind of like side of TikTok that you're on, but I quickly realized with me and Chris that Chris is very much on the very long story side of TikTok.
That's not the only side of TikTok I'm on, but
that's
go on.
one of them for sure. And like he'll send me a TikTok, he's like, just keep watching them, and I'm like, I don't know if I could do that. I got a pretty short attention span, and like it is literally novels.
Well, that's the
novels.
problem right there.
I don't have that. I need to watch a movie. Give me that.
My sister sends me 10-minute TikToks. I'm like, I'm on TikTok to watch something for approximately 27 seconds. And it's got about 7 seconds to convince me that I can finish it.
Right.
Hear me out, though. Hear me out. I listen to these TikToks. This is a one-off. I don't listen to like long-form TikToks like this usually. But
Bullshit.
also,
Bullshit.
no. I'll listen to like a 5-minute TikTok, but if it's like 10 5-minute TikToks, usually I'm not in for it. This one caught my attention because it caught everybody else's attention. However, Tim, you'll watch Wes Anderson movies.
Fuck you. How dare you?
But you don't have the attention span to watch 5-minute TikToks?
Okay, it's usually because if I'm amateurs telling the stories, like I'm not saying they're
find
boring
better
or whatever.
amateurs.
Oh my god.
Wes Anderson movies are boring.
Whoa.
You're coming to my defense, Justin? Please tell me.
Don't disrespect Wes Anderson.
Thank you. Man of class
Look,
over here.
I don't have a problem with Wes Anderson per se.
You don't have any room to talk right now.
My thing with Wes Anderson is I feel like he took one film analysis class and literally took every trope that they talk about and put them all into his movies.
I cannot begin to tell you just how much I want to throw something at him right now.
If I were going to teach a film analysis class, I would start with Wes Anderson.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, that opinion is valid.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, we need to move on. I'm done with this.
But
you're just mad because I'm right.
No.
You're just mad because I'm right.
No, the opinion is valid, but he does it well.
Yes, Thank you.
I'm not saying they're not great movies.
That is exactly what you're saying.
No, I'm saying they're not.
That's exactly what you're saying.
I told you they were
No!
critically acclaimed for a good reason. They're just not my cup of tea.
I'll accept
Is that not what I said?
Okay, fine.
I don't like Wes Anderson.
Fine.
They're great movies, I'm sure.
By the way, Justin, you can see all the Wes Anderson films on my collection on Plex. You're more than welcome to watch them at any time of your pleasure.
You are welcome
Thank
to
you.
do so.
Welcome.
I will not join you.
It's
All
okay,
right.
Chris.
Who's up next?
It's Justin. Get it. Go, man.
What's your wreck and rev,
Oh.
Justin?
All right, so, mine is a show on Netflix. It's called The Brother's Son.
This looks interesting.
It's about two brothers, whole family. So their mom and dad like split years ago. They didn't grow up together. The dad is like a triad leader person, and the older brother is like this like enforcer, this crazy guy. They call him Chairleg, who's unreal when it comes to like combat and killing people. Right?
I'm sorry, did you say chair leg?
Chairleg, yes. There's a whole story about how he killed a guy for chairleg. You know,
Oh,
that's where
okay.
it came from.
Nice.
The younger brother, he's in school to become a doctor. He does improv. Nothing
So
alike.
Nothing like his older brother.
Right. So it starts with the beginning of the show. The dad gets shot. The older brother goes to America to find their mom and protect her or whatever. And it leads to some serious shenanigans, hijinks, trying to figure out who's after the family. The older brother and younger brother trying to coexist. Lots of fun fight scenes. The comedy is good. It's not like overdone, I would say. It's definitely like more of like black comedy kind of humor. But yeah, it's really good. The mother is Michelle Yeoh? Is that how you say her last name?
Yeah, from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's the mother. She is phenomenal. Justin Chien is the older brother.
This is going to sound weird, but is the picture for this movie like the older brother, the mom, or somebody else, and the younger brother all sitting around a table?
Oh, probably. Yeah.
And there's like a scene where he like stabs some dude in the hand and the foot at like the same time and like pins him to his place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's on my
that's
list
like
of stuff to watch.
Yeah, that's in the first episode, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's on my list of stuff to watch.
It's really good.
It's not like
I highly
high up
recommend
there,
it.
but I'll bump it up if you suggest I should.
Yeah, it's really enjoyable. There's like an episode in the middle that you're just like, yeah, you're kind of slow. But overall, I'd say 8 out of 10 for me. So.
Nice.
Dope.
That's a good
Yeah.
recommendation from you, my friend.
I'll check it.
All right.
I don't mind slow episodes as long as they're not like skipping scene to scene and everybody's framed in like a little box and it's directed by Wes Anderson.
Can I get to mine? If you're going to be a dick.
Sorry, man. I'm just messing with you.
There's a
All right,
movie
go
that
ahead,
came
Tim.
out last year in December called The Holdovers. And if you know me, which, Chris, you do know me pretty well. Justin,
do.
I think you know me fairly well at this point. I'm okay with Christmas. I like Christmas. I think there's a certain time to celebrate Christmas. But I don't
It's
need
Christmas time.
I don't need a whole month and a half to celebrate it. I'm good with a couple weeks, and I get into it. Then I'm kind of done. But this movie came out around the Christmas season, and I didn't watch it until about a week ago. Here's the description. An instructor at a New England prep school is forced to remain on campus during Christmas break to babysit the handful of students with nowhere to go.
Oh.
Eventually, he forms an unlikely bond with one of them, a damaged, brainy troublemaker, and with the school's head cook, who has just lost a son in Vietnam. So obviously, it's set in the 70s, and it's set just like a film that was made in the 90s. And it's just like one of even the trailer was like made like in a world like that kind of like this old nostalgic kind of like trailer and everything, and it just like it feels like super homey. And so you're watching this film and it looks and feels like something that comes out of the 90s. And if you know me, I don't like 90s films generally, but this film just somehow creates a beautiful story with human connection. And Cinema Joe, one of my favorite TikTokers and one of the guys I listen to on TikTok, he goes, "What I find fascinating about The Holdovers isn't so much the staggering breakthrough Dominic Sessa performance or Paul Giamatti, he plays the main character, loudly reminding us he's one of the greatest to grace the screen, or even Davine Joy, Randolph's effortless command of every scene. These aspects are obvious. They are the stainless steel cogs that ensure the holdovers run smoothly. What I find fascinating is why so many audiences have accepted the film's warm embrace. It's a tangible reminder that we, as living human beings, all crave and deserve love." And it's just one of those films, like, I don't usually get into like this Christmassy, like, oh, let's feel warm, love you kind of stuff like Chris is usually into. Like, I'm just not that way into it, but this film somehow I mean, am I wrong?
How did you have such a heartwarming review of this movie and still get a dig in at me?
But you're into that sappy Christmas stuff.
I am, absolutely.
And I'm not.
It's a Wonderful Life is like one of my favorite movies.
And
Top
just,
10 for
that's
sure.
just not my cup of tea. Well, anyways, I highly recommend this film. As a person who doesn't usually like 90s films or like the nostalgia Christmas kind of feel, I was thoroughly impressed. And I would watch this film again many times. And so, The Holdovers, highly recommend.
I'll add that to my Christmas playlist.
You should. It's on the server, my friend. It's on the server.
Honestly, I'm probably going to watch that this weekend.
I'll watch it with you.
Sounds good, man.
Let's
It's a
do it.
date. All right. Well, that was our Wreck and Rev, and a couple of bunny trails. We're going to jump into our next segment, which is a new thing that Tim has invented called Got It.
Okay, I didn't invent it.
I'm giving you credit anyway.
Thanks, buddy.
I don't care who invented it. You invented it now. As far as I'm concerned, you're the god of this game.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, the game is simple. If you've been on TikTok for any like period of time, you've probably seen some other podcasters playing this game. But it's fun, and I want to try it out. So the basis of the game is that you both try to say the same word at the same time. If you don't get the same word, you try to find out a new word based on those two words and try to find a middle ground and say the same word. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So
Maybe.
Okay, so for example, if me and Chris were to start and we were to both say a word, like he says microphone and I say wine, then we got to try to say a new word at the count of 3 to try to find, like, we're trying to say the same word, but it has to be somewhere in between. Like, we're just trying to say the same word.
Like drunk.
Sure.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So the way I figured we could play this is we could play this with 3 rounds, one of where we each play with each other, and then whoever has the shortest amount of turns it takes to get to said word wins.
Okay.
Cool. Got it.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Let's start with since you guys have never played this. Have you seen this on TikTok?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Okay, then maybe me and Chris should start.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Star
Tacos.
Wars.
Oh, okay. So now we got to say a new word. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I think we got this.
I don't know. Usually our thing is Star Wars and or tacos, and then the other one
We
is
said
like,
the complete opposite one.
I don't know what's in between.
Okay, so this is one try. So, all right, you ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1. Blue milk. What'd you say?
I don't know.
What did you say?
I don't know what I said. I said blah, blah,
I couldn't
blah.
understand it.
I was going to say cantina, and then you said blue milk, and my brain just went blue milk.
Okay.
So cantina is the word I was going to go with.
Okay. We got this. Okay, cantina and blue milk.
All right.
You ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1. Spotchka. What?
What is spotchka?
That's the alcohol version of in Star Wars.
I said Luke because that's what I think of when I think cantina, blue milk.
Were you about to say that, Justin?
Luke would get it.
Okay, my words were Luke and Tatooine were the two that came to mind.
There you go. See?
Okay, you said okay.
I said Luke. You said spotchka.
Oh God, this is gonna be hard now.
Maybe. We're getting close, though. We're in the same realm. Eventually, we're going to run out of terms. All right, let's try this.
All right, but that's 3. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Death
Lightsaber.
sticks.
Oh,
So close.
okay.
Three.
Wait,
We
what
got
did you
this.
say,
We got this. We got
Chris?
this.
I think we got the next one.
We got
3, 2,
Wait.
1. Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
All right.
It took us what, 4 tries?
Yeah.
All right. So, Justin, you and Chris can go this time.
Oh man.
Literally anything in the universe, and then we have to narrow it down. All right.
Okay.
All right.
This delay might make it weird. So
Let's try it.
let's see how it goes.
You got it. 3, 2, 1.
Anime.
Thor.
Oh.
Not
Wait,
bad.
what is that? Thor or Gore?
Thor.
Oh, okay.
TH.
Okay.
And
All right.
anime. Okay.
All right.
All
Okay.
right. You ready? So, hold on, I want to write this down here. Chris and Tim, 4. So that was 1 for you guys. All right. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
What if?
Ragnarok. What?
What?
I said what if.
Oh, okay. I guess it's close.
Oh, I
Between-
said Ragnarok.
Okay. All right.
There's a anime. What was it Record of Ragnarok?
Yeah. And I didn't know if you were going with like Thor
Well,
or
I am
that
sitting here in
anime.
silence, watching y'all.
Oh,
You can't hear me?
glitch.
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello. This will have to be edited out.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
it says your
you're
internet
back.
connection
You're
is
back.
unstable.
Okay. Dope.
Okay, we're back.
Why is your internet connection unstable?
I don't know.
Because my in-laws pay for the internet here, and I pay them, and they refuse to change.
Okay, I'm gonna write a note here. All right, are you guys ready? What was it? It was Thor. No, it was Ragnarok and.
Ragnarok and what if?
Okay, are we ready?
No. Okay. Ready.
3, 2, 1.
Love and Thunder.
Odin.
Oh. Okay, so you guys
Okay,
are in the
we're
same.
getting
You guys are
close,
in the same
getting close.
universe. That's 3.
All right. So Odin and Love and Thunder. I think I've got one. Do you think you got one? Justin?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if your brain's going the same way mine is, but let's find out.
We're going to see.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hella.
Mjolnir.
Oh,
So close. So close. Okay. But
So we're in the Thor universe at this point.
I've got one more, and I think if your last one was Mjolnir, mine was Hella. I think you know where we're going.
I get it. Wait, maybe I get it.
I don't know where you. Oh.
You said Mjolnir. I said Hella. I think I know where we're going. Tim, write a new one. Write yours down what you think it is, and we'll see which one of you guys is on the same wavelength as I am.
All right, you ready?
I can guarantee you that I am 100% not on the same wavelength as you, because I have no idea where you're going. I am not making the connection.
Okay,
We can do this. You can do this, guys.
let's try it. One more, and then we'll call it
3, 2, 1.
Stormbreaker. You didn't even say anything.
Oh, no,
I didn't even say anything. My mind blanked.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got nothing. I lost.
Okay.
I lost.
Okay,
I lost.
but Justin,
it's all right.
but you and me can do this.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
So
and Tim can beat me and Tim.
Stormbreaker. No, my brain should have gone there. I couldn't remember the name of the axe.
But is that what you were thinking?
No, I was actually just
that's
thinking
fine.
about the end of Ragnarok where, Asgard got destroyed.
Oh, immigration song. That's where my head would have gone.
Welcome to the land of the ice and snow, where the midnight sun and the hot springs grow.
All right, we can do this, Justin.
Hammer of the
right.
gods.
You and me, we got this. We have this. Okay, you ready?
Do it.
Oh,
3, 2, 1.
beer.
Church.
I love the delay.
The delay there was great.
Okay, beer and church. Okay, I think we can do this. I think we got this.
I think,
you should be able to hit
we're on
one.
the same wavelength.
Okay, are we all okay? We're
Wait,
live.
what's happening?
All right, ready?
We're live. Let's go.
Okay,
3, 2,
Yeah.
1.
communion.
Wine.
Oh,
Justin, I would have said wine. I would have said wine.
Ah.
I was thinking wine. I don't know what's wrong with Tim.
Okay.
No,
but
you
no,
fucked it up.
no,
Okay, well, we got this. We got this.
no. But there's a middle ground. There's a middle ground between the two.
Between
And
wine
if you
and
don't
communion.
get this, Tim, I don't know where to go from here.
Wait. But there's two words I want to use here.
Well, we're going to figure out which one is the right one. Ready? 3,
All right.
2, 1.
Bread?
Blood.
Oh, no.
You guys are both off.
But that's what they say it is, right?
No.
Like
And honestly, I would have said crackers, so I don't know.
that was my second word.
I don't know, man. Sorry.
Was that 4 or was that 3?
That was 3. This
It's
is
like
4.
wine, communion. It's a blood.
Okay, so blood and
Wait, what word did you say, Tim? You cut out on
He
my
said
end.
bread.
oh, well, we can do this though. This is easy, right? Bread and
well,
blood.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
Okay, we got this. We can tie.
Yeah.
All right. 3,
Yeah.
2, 1.
Jesus Christ.
Body.
Come on!
You guys are the worst.
We got the bread
It's the body of
and
Christ.
the blood and the body.
You're so bad at this.
The bread is the body. The wine is the blood.
But it's
I
Jesus.
said we got wine and we got blood and you said bread and I'm like body.
Tim, I would have said body.
It's the body of. I should have said the body of Christ. Like that's what I meant. We meant the same thing.
It doesn't matter.
We did. We just linguistically aren't on the same page.
Hey,
Right.
here's the thing. You can mean the same thing all you want, but centuries from now, when people are listening to this, they're going to be like, oh, no, those are two very different words.
Right.
When they try to translate English into whatever language they speak 300 years in the future.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good try. We did our best. I think. Hey, that's a good first time playing this game.
I think so.
I've seen like guys
Yeah,
on
not
the
bad.
internet doing like 10, 15 rounds and not getting it. Like we did pretty good.
Yeah, especially you and me.
Yeah. Not bad.
So,
That's all I got.
yeah. All right. Fair enough. Well, we're going to go ahead and jump into a quick break. We will be right back with you with our main segment today. So please, for the love of God, for my financial security, stick around.
Thank you all for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe and leave a rating on your favorite podcast platform and YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at AlwaysMorePod.
If you'd like to ask us a question for us to answer on the pod, you can email us at alwaysmorepodcast@gmail.com, or you can call us on our Always More hotline and leave a voicemail question at 254-218-4042.
You can also follow all of our social medias individually and as the Always More podcast. Thanks for listening. Let's get back to it. Welcome back to the Always More pod.
Hey.
We've missed you while we're on break.
Oh, it's a surprise guest.
So this is my surprise guest, Ellie. She found a candy wrapper. Thank you. I love you so much, baby girl. Yep, candy. All right, go. I was just hand-delivered candy by a 4-year-old, so that's lovely. Welcome back to the Always More podcast.
Hey, what a gift.
So we are going to jump right on into our main segment. Tonight, guys, we are going to step aside from the big topics that we often talk about.
Yeah.
You know, love and energy and government. We're going to step aside from all of that.
Government.
And we're just going to talk about some of the fun pieces of media, the news that we have come across in our travels.
We're basically doing a what did I miss as a main
But
segment
it's a
today.
full episode of What Did I Miss? What did you guys miss is what it is. We didn't miss this. We're talking about it.
Yeah.
You guys missed this.
And we can divulge more into it. We can go more into bunny trails about this because I'm sure we can find some good bunny trails about this stuff.
Tim, my entire life is a bunny trail.
Oh, I know that, my friend. I'm a part of that. I'm a bunny trail in your life.
You are a bunny trail in my life. But it worked out. Justin, you're a bunny trail. Actually, I think Justin is a bigger bunny trail in my life than you are.
He's a hare. He's a hare trail.
Because I started this podcast with you,
Mm-hmm.
and then we invited Harley, and then we invited Jordan and Justin and Tiara. They're people that I did not interact with before this podcast.
Look, that's what I do. I bring people together who've
and
never
now
met before.
I feel like
See, Justin, what you need to know here is back in the day when we were in high school or middle school, I should say, me and Chris were friends. And then
yep.
I slowly began involving other friends into our group. And it became therefore known as the Brotherhood, as we called it back in high school. And
I think I interacted with Dre maybe twice before
yeah.
we became friends.
Yeah, we were all in youth group, so we all were aware of each other. But I'm the one that I'm pretty sure it was probably like my I don't know, my 13th birthday or something. No, it must have been a little bit later than that. But
I don't know.
I invited you all together, and we all came together, and we played Halo, and we connected, and like we started hanging out after that.
Also,
Halo 2.
we all dated the same girls for like
That's true.
the entirety of our friendship in high school.
That's true.
Yeah,
I would like to point
that
out.
happens.
I would like to point
That
out.
happens.
I dated literally every single one of them first, and then either Tim or Val or someone else dated them after I did.
Yeah.
So you were the trailblazer. You're like, hey, here's a new option for everybody else.
Exactly.
I just broke up with her. Do what you will.
There were a
it's like-
couple. There were a couple though that we did not touch.
Yeah, I would hope so. Be smart. Don't make the same mistakes I did.
Good times.
Anyway, moving forward.
So yes, yeah, I see what you're saying though. Like Justin and Tiara and Jordan here.
Those are my bunny trails.
yeah.
You were probably closer. You're more like a deer trail.
I'm about to say I better be something a little bit bigger than a bunny.
You're not off the beaten path, but you're not quite the beaten path either.
Yeah.
You're the deer trail of it.
Yeah, I get it.
And then they're the
So-
bunny trails.
What I'm hearing is Chris doesn't have to do any work to make friends.
I
oh
don't.
no,
Just bring
I
some.
do all
No,
that
I
for
really
him.
don't. I just exist. And friends are made for me.
I'm the bringer of people, Justin, and I bring people together.
You know, I accept that. I like that life. I used to live that life. And
It's a
now I don't.
comfortable
And I'm
life.
like, man, it's like, how do you make friends? I never had to. Other people did it for me.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I had to start over from scratch, I would have maybe one friend. And it would be whoever introduced themselves to me first.
It's really
Right?
funny.
Like, I'm not in church anymore. I'm like, how do you make friends outside of church? Because I did that for 33 years.
Yes,
So
true.
Bro,
the fuck
Tim-
am I doing?
no, I met Tim at church. So even outside of that, like, I don't know. Somebody else at church introduced me to Tim.
I literally just like take my girlfriend's friends. I'm like, you seem cool enough. Sure.
That's how me and Dre met. We played Star Wars Battlefront too. He was playing it at GC Crew at church, and I was like, "Dude, this is an awesome game." He's like, "Yeah, all right." And that's how we
The
became
OG
friends.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, that's right,
of
buddy.
course.
That's
For the
right.
Okay,
PS2,
hold on. Hey, let's
Which they
take
are
a slight
re-releasing.
detour.
which
Yeah.
they are re-releasing.
The re-release.
Yes.
Is it going to be cross-platform? I don't know.
They
I
don't know
hope
yet.
so.
Yeah, I know.
We still don't know yet, but
Because-
we're hoping.
I want to buy it on my Switch so I can take it with me when I travel.
Amen.
Same.
B, I want to buy it on my PS5 because that's my preferred console to game on.
Wish I had a PS5. Go on.
Well, you can get one too for the low price of $500.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's still $500.
Yeah, they going changing time soon.
It's been out for
Yeah.
years, and it's still $500.
Wow, dude, I just realized I did get mine December of 2020. I got it right before I moved to Texas. That was wild.
That's damn near 4 years, homie.
Well, like 3 and 2 months.
Change.
Only 2 months. It was like the end of December. It was so late in December that I wasn't sure I was going to get it before I moved. Because my original delivery date said January, and I was like,
I thought I was going to get it on the day of release. I had it in my cart. I had the money in my account. I hit buy, and it said sold out.
Oh, that's sad.
Like, I
Tim, were you-
was on GameStop at 12. I hit buy at midnight, and it was sold
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, so when I first came to Texas for my job interview in November of 2020, I was like in the church sitting. I just met who did I just meet? I think I just met Tiara for the first time. And
I'm sorry.
who was that? And like Melissa and whatever, I'm sitting there, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to buy a PS5." I'm literally sitting on the stage, and I'm like trying to tell them like how messed up all their shit is, and I'm like, "Hold on, pause." I bought my iPad, my computer, my phone, and I'm like got all of them set up, and I'm like, "All right, gotta get this PS5."
Priorities.
Yeah, no.
guys. Hold on. Let's
I
interview.
tried for. It took me like 40 hours to get my PS5 of like actual legit work. It was
I
wild.
was sitting there, like I said, I was there waiting on the midnight release on GameStop and Amazon and Sony. Actually, I was on Sony too. And I was trying to buy at least one. I had one in my cart on GameStop. Couldn't
Now,
get it.
I had
And
to
since
follow
then,
a Twitter account
I'm done.
and set notifications. And when stuff went live, that's how I got it. That's also how I got my Xbox too. That was an accident though. I wasn't planning on buying it. And I woke up and I saw it was on sale on GameStop's website, and the tweet had been up for 17 seconds. And I was like, what happens if I hit this buy button? Probably nothing. Not nothing.
I wish I had that problem with the PlayStation 5.
Well,
Yeah.
here we are.
Anyway.
are.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and jump into some news topics today. Do our main segment of What Did I Miss? And we are going to start with Tim.
You know I like me a good science news announcement here, guys. Are you guys ready for Jurassic World?
No, not at all.
No.
I
no,
hate everything about that.
I'm sorry. You just asked the two black people, like, hey, you want dinosaurs that are going to go kill everybody? No. No.
Seriously, bro.
This is some white
Think
people
about
like,
the stuff
hey,
you're
let's
asking
bring
us.
back apex predators.
That's all right,
Ladies
guys.
and
God,
gentlemen,
man.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you all to know that Tim is on some and all the black people know exactly what I'm talking about.
Effing what shit?
White people shit.
Oh, I was close. All right, so from Ben Lamb and Irona what can I pronounce that name? Forgive me, Haisoli at Newsweek. We are bringing the woolly mammoth back to life, guys. It's happening.
Hey, that's not a dinosaur technically, so
No,
I'll
it's not,
allow
but
it.
it's the closest thing I got.
Look, it's a start, and you know how white people are.
It's a stepping stone.
That's true. That's true.
They're a hop, skip, and a jump away from a raptor.
It's a gateway
Except
drug.
they're going to be like, can we eat this? And can we make it rare?
Exactly.
Either that or can we fuck this?
When you hear the words woolly mammoth, what picture does it paint in your mind? It's an iconic...
Power Rangers.
It's a picture of a woolly mammoth. Like, what do you want from me? You say woolly mammoth, I think woolly mammoth. It is what it is.
It's an iconic, extinct megafauna from the Ice Age, so well recognized and beloved by all of us, especially children. They see it in movies and documentaries and their school books. Yet, despite their familiarity, the woolly mammoth feels like a mythical creature. Sometimes people put them in the same category as dinosaurs, as yours one truly did, even though they were separated by nearly 65 million years. What is hard to fathom is mammoths were walking the earth while humanity was building the pyramids. So when you tell people that it sounds crazy, even the pyramids have a mythical quality to them and opens their eyes to the true timeline. Guys, that's pretty, yeah, they've been extinct for a little while, but like...
Theoretically, my people hunted woolly mammoths.
I mean, there you go.
Wait, which people?
The native side.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Wait, what's your native side?
Chippewa.
Chippewa?
Actually, up around your area.
Yeah. We got a lot of like native populations out here.
Yep. Ojibwe, Chippewa. I think you're also in the Blackfoot area.
God, I can't quite remember which one is the big one up here. But the lady who played Echo in Echo is from there.
I need to watch that.
Nice.
Man, I've been really...
Yeah, I still haven't watched Echo either. That's the only Marvel thing that I'm behind on.
Same.
6.5 out of 10. I think that's what I gave it.
That's what you gave it specifically?
Yeah, solid.
Okay.
I will watch it.
I'm going to be honest with you
Blow my
guys.
mind.
I trust Justin more than I trust critics.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So
I'm going to tell you if it sucks.
They said, we were profoundly inspired by the Colossus Biosciences co-founder, the geneticist George Church, and his pioneering vision to resurrect the woolly mammoth from extinction using the technological advances now at our disposal. There was a lot of sequences data from the woolly mammoths appearing around a decade ago, and George was a step ahead. He wanted to utilize these genetic sequences and build a technology company that could bring back species back and restore ecosystems to mitigate the damage caused by humans, and so did we. We could lose up to 50% of all of biodiversity between now and 2050, which sucks. So we are building technologies that could rewind extinct animals into ecosystems, propelling us towards the goal of conservation groups and helping human longevity and healthcare along the way. So I think about this too. Like I think about like other things that we kind of helped like become extinct, like the dodo birds,
Or the Tasmanian tiger.
That, yeah, exactly. Like, I'm on board for bringing these things back.
Here's my thing. We're bringing them back to a planet that is dying.
Sure, but like
is the planet equipped to support
It's
these
not.
creatures? It's the real question.
That's the thing. The
Because they went
planet can't
extinct for a
support them.
reason.
I mean,
We have to fix the planet before we can bring back these extinct species.
yeah,
What is it? The black
But the
rhino?
profits, man.
yeah.
It's all about profits. That's all it is. But I think it's like the black rhino that is,
right.
if not extinct, almost
I
extinct.
thought it was the white one. Maybe
Well,
both.
I thought so too, but I was wrong. We went to the zoo recently. Janelle proved me wrong. She said it was the other one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But you can use the white rhino, alter its DNA, and bring back the black
Right.
rhino. That's what they're doing with woolly mammoths. They're
Exactly.
altering elephant DNA to bring back the woolly mammoth.
Exactly.
They would do the same thing for Tasmanian devils and Tasmanian tigers, or regular tigers. They would do the same thing for like the Burmese python versus like a boa constrictor from India. Like they're using current existing species to bring back extinct species, but those species went extinct because our planet is dying.
Well, no. Well,
Or,
yes
or
and no.
overhunting or whatever
Exactly.
mankind
So,
did.
like, they could exist if, like, certain turn events didn't happen. So, like...
But the point is, we're going to bring back the woolly mammoth, which is an elephant that evolved hair and extra fat to survive cold weather in the middle of global warming.
Sure, but,
Where are
like...
we going to put these things?
Yeah, but in global warming, you're going to get some extremes. So, like, I understand what you're saying, but, like, you put them in Siberia, they'll be fine for a while.
For like the next 5 years until Siberia melts.
Yeah,
Flowers are blooming in Antarctica, Tim.
Okay, but my point is I'd rather resurrect something now before the world ends than not at all.
Look, my thing is, I don't want to bring extra things into the world that are just going to suffer and die.
But what if they don't, though? Like, what if, like, after we're gone...
Look, we're
like,
going to blow this planet up. That's all there is to it.
But, like, what if, like, seriously, like, what if, like, we do, but, like,
Is
they're
it just that you want to see them?
No. Hear me out. Like, I mean, the same way that there are creatures that survived after the whole like mass extinctions. Like, I'm saying, like, what if they are one of those like creatures that
I
exist
promise
beyond
you, woolly mammoths will not be one of the
that? How do
creatures
you
that
know that?
survive.
How do you know that?
Because it's always a small, almost indestructible creatures.
I don't know, Justin. What do you think?
Are we frozen?
No, are you frozen?
Have you not heard anything we've said in the past 5 minutes?
I'm gonna be honest. I had an ADHD moment, and I was like, I hear sounds.
So it's not that he thought we were frozen. He just wasn't listening to us.
No, but you guys stopped, and I was like, wait, why are we
Which
stopping?
is, it's fine. It's okay.
Okay, my point is like he thinks that we shouldn't bring them into the world because the world's going to end anyway. And my point is like, well, what if they do survive the end of the world, even if us humans aren't here?
Look, I'm going to be honest
I
with you
mean,
guys.
I'm all for like creating new post-apocalyptic environments. Like, it's gonna suck, but it could suck with dinosaurs.
I mean, there you go.
Which would make it suck more.
No.
Or
No. Or
I could have an army of little raptors because they're really like the size of chickens.
I like the way you think, Justin. I like
Do
this.
you really think that's what's going to be?
No, I think I'm gonna be dead. Come on.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay,
We're all going to
okay,
die.
Okay. But let's continue on with this article here. We could have populations of mammoths that help to replenish the ecosystem and add biodiversity. There's a scientific reason to this, making it as vibrant as it used to be. There have been some great published papers in the last year of what mammoth steppe could used to look and feel like, including its lost rich biodiversity. Fixing that degraded ecosystem with mammoths would create a halo effect over a long period of time. Moreover, we could help build a lineage of elephants that are far removed from human-elephant conflict while developing tools to save existing baby elephants. De-existing the woolly mammoth is a great keystone project. It's hard because they have a 22-month gestation period, but unless a lot more effort goes into the elephant conservation, then at some point we're going to lose them as a species. This is a win-win-win.
I disagree.
Well,
Like, I understand what the thought is. I just don't think it's going to work out that way.
well, I disagree with you.
Here's the thing. Biodiversity is super important for environments that don't already have a virus ruining them. Mankind is a virus. Say what you want. We are the most intelligent virus for sure, because obviously we're showing signs of intelligence, whereas we can reintegrate woolly mammoths into life. But we as a species, due to human greed, are ruining this planet.
Yeah.
We can bring back as much as we want. It's all still going to die in 5 years if we don't stop people from ruining this planet.
But woolly mammoths.
Woolly mammoths are great. I would love to see one before I die.
Come on.
But I'm also going to die in the next 10 years if we don't get our shit together.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Now, here's Chris. You're not going to die in the next 10 years. Everyone around you is going to die, but you, as a nice little neurodivergent person, is going to be like,
Fair enough.
no. And then you're going to outlast them because
I will outlast them. You're right.
Yep.
Just because
you're
I
gonna be like, you're
refuse to
dead.
die.
Exactly.
Love it.
The thing is, though, I want
My
to
hope-
keep my family alive, and I
Well,
don't know
you
that
can do
I'll
that
be able to
because-
do that.
Yeah. I don't know. That's depressing.
That was
On
like
that note, hey, let's move on.
Let's go to the next
I
story.
mean, if we're being honest, like that was, yeah. That's another topic for another day. Justin, what do you got?
Who's next?
We can do our next episode on death and dying.
On the
Me?
next
What do
episode
I
of
have?
Dragon Ball Z.
All right. Okay. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, police in Spain arrest a priest for trafficking erectile dysfunction drug, Viagra. Yeah, but no, for
True
real.
story.
That is not the weirdest headline I've seen ever, but definitely unexpected.
but
this
it's up
week.
there.
You know,
Is it
scrolling Reddit, and I'm like,
The thing that gets me, it's still Viagra. Like, there are so many other drugs out there that
Right.
are way more affordable and way more effective. But the priest was like,
I
nah,
see ads
Viagra.
for Blue Chew all the time.
Blue Chew is the one I was thinking. Like, I've been,
Yeah,
like,
it's
look, I don't have
all
a
over
problem with-
TikTok.
I'm going to say I don't have a problem with erectile dysfunction, but I've been thinking, like, maybe I should try Blue Chew
This guy's some good advertising.
before
It's
it starts.
working.
Like, if you don't have ED, all it does is extend your erection and cause longer sessions, if I may say. So I've been thinking, like, maybe I should try this. Who knows?
It's a win.
We can circle back to that one on our sex episode.
That's right. XXX.
But always more XXX on our Patreon that Tim still has yet to set up.
Just you wait, guys.
I feel like we have
No,
to
but
at
for
this
real,
point.
though, like, the
we have to
advertisement's
have
wild.
this episode.
We really do have to have the sex episode.
We've
I'm all
talked
for
about it
I
a
support
lot. We need to do it for sure. We're gonna set.
And we can keep it PG-13.
Or
I feel like rated R is a good
any-
one. If you can afford a rated R ticket, I don't care what age you are, you deserve to watch a rated R movie.
Fair. Okay, so let's talk about this. Viagra peddling priest. A priest and his partner were arrested in the town of Don Benito in the Spanish province of a word I am not going to butcher because my Spanish, while I can understand it moderately well, I cannot speak it. I cannot roll my R's.
Extremadura.
Thank you.
Yep.
Hey, fun fact. If you
that.
can't roll R's, use a D instead.
Okay.
Yeah, that tracks.
Mhm.
I've done
Close
that
enough.
before.
That's how I teach people to cheat the system.
Do you speak Spanish?
A little bit. I can roll my R's. My dad is from Honduras, and Honduras is a Spanish-speaking country predominantly.
In what continent?
North America.
That's right, buddy.
So
Did you not know what continent? Did I miss that episode?
Look, listen, I grew up in America, so America is very racist, and we are taught that North America is essentially Canada, the United States, and Mexico. And then there is Central America, which is like Nicaragua and Cuba and Honduras and all the countries. And then there is South America, but they never like talk about Central America as part of North America. So it's safe to assume that Central America is South America. I did not realize.
So I did not grow up in Texas, and that was not the experience I got.
Thank you. It's a Texas thing. Look, man.
Yeah, nope,
Hey,
Texas
no.
is racist as hell.
Hear me out.
True.
I am the director of education at Sylvan Learning Center, okay? My job is teaching children things. And this is something I did not know until I was an adult because the United States education system, specifically the Texan education system,
Yeah.
is so screwed up. I think we're like number 38 compared to other states.
Yeah, it's not great.
And that's just in general.
That's not good.
No.
As a country, if I were going to say, hey, we need to focus on making these children patriotic, I would make sure they know as little as possible about their neighboring countries.
Right.
Being in Texas, our neighboring country is Mexico and everything attached to it further south. So if I were going to maintain power, I would make everyone else racist against everything south of the border.
Yeah.
That's the system I grew up in. Sorry,
tracks,
I'm not
tracks.
Tim, who is a map genius. I don't know if you guys follow Tim individually on TikTok, but every video he posts is like, do you know this country? And he's like, yeah, I know this country. And it's literally any country in the world. Europe, US, South, North America, Africa, like he knows them all. And not just their maps, but he knows their flags. And I'm pretty sure if you ask him, he knows the GDP of most countries.
I could probably give you a ranking.
Don't come at me.
Okay. On that note, let's talk about Spain.
Sorry.
I don't know what that is.
You know, this
I'm
priest
just trying
got
to
arrested.
defend myself.
Yeah. No, hey, I accept it. I know that Texas sucks for learning things.
Yeah.
Really, there's not much to say other than the fact that a priest was caught selling erectile dysfunction drugs, which is wild because as a priest, you're not even allowed to have sex, bro. Like, what are you doing? Were you not able to have some quality me time? Like, I don't know. And then he's trying to sell it to other people. Maybe he just needs some money on the side. I don't know.
You never know.
I'm going to be
Some
honest
side
with you,
cash.
Justin. It depends on the parish. Because, like, some priests are allowed to indulge in certain sins as long as they don't get married.
Well,
Because
that seems counterproductive.
Oh, no, 1,000% it is. But the priest is considered like the mouthpiece of God. So if the priest says, hey, I need you to bring me a woman, the other people that work in the parish are like, yeah, makes sense. I'll do whatever
This
the priest
does not
says.
sound like a system that would be abused in any way whatsoever.
Nor is it ever. Because the priest is always right. Anyway.
Yeah. Not much to the story other than the fact, like, dude was arrested. They found a bunch of substances in his home. Him and his partner. His partner was another man. Not like partner.
That's what
like
I'm
a
wondering.
relationship.
Is it like my ministry partner, or is it like partners?
Sus.
You know?
I think it's meant to be business partner in the crime, but it could be both. We don't know.
Could be both.
¿Por qué no los dos?
But yeah, the parish did the whole thing like, oh, we regret the pain and suffering caused by San Sebastian, which was really close to Sebastian Stan, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, Winter Soldier? No.
No.
San
not the
Sebastian was the priest's name. And like, we regret the pain and suffering caused by him and blah, blah, blah. He was well liked by the community, et cetera, et cetera. All the things that you standardly get when some sort of clergy member is like, crimes. So,
I would
all
like
that
to
to
point
say-
out, I think San Sebastian is the name of a song by Alien Ant Farm. Just throwing that out
I don't know any of the things that you just said.
there.
that was a deep cut. On that note, yeah, that's all I got. We're just waiting for information. If something crazy happens with it, we'll update you, but we will probably forget. So, what you
We got
what you
a thumb
got,
on the
Tim?
pulse, guys.
Hold on. I'm looking it up. Give me a second.
What are you looking up?
San Sebastian.
Dude, we don't have time for this.
All right. You're right. All right. Sorry about that.
All
San
right.
Sebastian. It's probably a song somewhere on Spotify, though. Check it out. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into mine, which is, and I like this one because we have a street in our city
Oh, yeah.
named after this area,
I forgot about that.
but this street is like the craziest street in our city.
Yeah.
So, Willow Springs man staged farm accident, paid someone to cut off his feet, authorities say. So this man from Willow Springs paid someone to cut off his feet, and he got caught, basically. In November.
And he has no feet?
You're about to find
You
out.
didn't even get anything. You just lost your feet. Come on, man.
In November, the Howell County Sheriff's Office sent out a relatively vague press release to local media about a situation involving a man in Willow Springs who had lost his feet in an apparent staged incident, quote unquote, with a brush hog, a rotary mower often attached to a tractor.
Those things are rough.
I don't know if you guys have done a lot of landscaping as a job. I have.
They could do some work on you, man.
They can definitely do some work. Lost was a literal term as the severed feet could not be found by responding
It's gone.
medics and law enforcement officers. No other details were provided amid the active investigation. The case was recently closed, though. Thompson shared details with the news leader. Sorry, I was going to say newsletter. News leader on Wednesday about the event that piqued much of the South Central Missouri County's curiosity. It was a poorly executed plan, Thompson said. Thompson is an investigative detective. Thompson said it was a poorly executed plan. I've never seen anything quite like it. Like, can you imagine as a person coming up with this idea, like, I'm going to go ahead and cut off my feet and I'm going to make a bunch of money off of it.
Well,
You cut off your feet and then somebody's like, hey,
you
So-
did it too good.
kind of a problem there. You're not going to make any money because I noticed you kind of had some issues there.
It's like people don't understand. Like, there are people who like observe this stuff all the time. They know what a clean cut looks like versus like an accident on a farm hand, or from a farm hand.
Have you ever watched Shameless?
Yeah.
So there's the main character or the main father figure, Frank, on Shameless, like constantly is trying to dupe the system or whatever. So like he breaks a leg, he'll lose a finger or whatever have you, just so he can make some money without having to work.
Uh huh.
this is the guy.
Exactly.
This is the guy. Yeah, so when the call came in to emergency responders, it was described as involving a man whose feet were severed while brush hogging.
God.
But Thompson said it was quickly apparent to the incident that the incident was staged. The feet were freshly severed. That much was true, according to Thompson, who said the man was in his 60s and a known paraplegic in his lower extremities. Like, he couldn't even walk.
Okay, so that makes more sense as to why to lose your feet.
Right.
Yeah, like, I can't feel my feet anyway. I'm not using them. Why not cut them off and try to make some money off of the government?
But like, at that point, it's like, if you're going to go out with this, like, you might as well just actually go out with it. Like put your legs in there. Like, don't make it look fake. Like, just do it.
Yeah, might as
you
well.
Can't feel
like,
it.
For sure.
I guess he probably had concerns about bleeding out or something.
I mean, have a paramedic on site, though. Look, the authorities were immediately curious. Like, as soon as they got the call, they were like, yeah, this sounds fake. About the tourniquets on his legs, who put them there? It was in the immediate aftermath of the alleged accident. It's like, as soon as it happened, you got a tourniquet on there, and a professional tourniquet at that? I don't think so.
Come on, buddy.
That's sus.
Sus as hell. All right, so apparently, Thompson said that a man from Florida made the trip to the small Ozarks town and cut off the man's legs with a hatchet.
Florida man.
Florida man.
It's always a Florida
man. That makes sense.
Even if it's not actually a Florida man is somehow always involved.
I know.
Executing an alleged plan to commit insurance fraud, the wounds were not very convincing, which is also insane to me. Like, can you imagine paying for insurance and then somebody's like, nah, looks fake? Like, I pay for insurance, I have diabetes, and somebody's like, nah, seems fake. He's not fat, so he doesn't have diabetes.
Oh.
Like, first of all, it's type 1. But secondly, like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on. Anyways.
Wait, you have diabetes?
Did you not know that?
Yeah.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, I'm type 1 diabetic since I was 5.
Diabolical.
Why did I not know this?
So in real time, Justin is learning that my life is fucked.
Oh, I take back what I said about you surviving the end of the world. Never mind.
Hey, man. Hey. First of all, I know to check the fridge in the pharmacy. Secondly, insulin lasts a lot longer than you think. And thirdly, because I am so prepared to survive an apocalypse, I know how to distill my own insulin.
He's thought about this.
Not only do I know right
I'll
off the top
allow
of
it.
my head, I have instructions in case I get amnesia or in case I develop Alzheimer's, how to distill insulin. I've got them printed out, saved in a folder. I'm ready to go.
See, just let it go, Justin. Just let it go.
Am I probably going to die? Yes. But am I prepared in case I don't? Also, yes.
I'll accept that.
Yeah.
Anyways, investigators said if it was done by a brush hog, it would have been a bloody, gory mess. I've seen those types of accidents before. This wasn't that. So not only did they just have the bad luck of it being such a clean cut, but the investigative people were like, yeah, I've seen this before. So as the investigation continued, Thompson said that investigators determined the man was attempting to get money from an insurance claim. Like I said, insurance fraud.
Yep.
Which happens way more often than you would think. But I feel like not enough for our current governmental system.
Correct.
Moving forward from that, we'll talk about that later. Annoyed by the resources it wasted on the situation, the sheriff's office actually considered pursuing criminal charges.
Oh, jeez.
They were like, man, this dude wasted our time. We are going to charge him. However, because it was an actual incident and his feet were actually cut off.
All right, fine. Give
They
me
were
a little
like,
bit of
I
break.
guess we can't really do any of that. They considered charging him with filing a false police or EMS report, but since the EMS was actually necessary, they couldn't do anything. He did have a lengthy stay at the hospital. And as for where his feet wound up, a couple days after, they got a call from a relative that found them in a bucket obscured by tires.
Oh.
So they went and got them. I don't know what they did with his feet after they got him.
Yeah,
because
they're
that
done
is
by
the
then.
end of the story. I feel like they were like, yeah, we got his feet. Can we just like throw these out? Like, he's not going to do anything.
I mean,
with them.
maybe they like gave him to like a university or something and be like, hey,
Study
these feet.
Put them in a jar so he could keep them on a shelf or something. I don't know.
Go study them.
Or there's the darker option that somebody just kept them for personal use, but you know.
I don't want to go any further than that. So we are going to go ahead and jump into our next break. Justin is disgusting. We're going to step into our next break, guys. Stick around. We've got more stuff to talk about, and I promise it's way better than whatever Justin just said. And we are back. Thanks for sticking around.
Hey.
I apologize
from
once
the
again
dead.
for what Justin said before we left.
We were.
Oh my god.
We had always more podcasts. Apologize for the words.
However,
I just know some people have had some weird shit happen to them, and
I was
there's
just gonna
crazy
say,
people
look.
out there.
However, I'm sure we might have, like, statistically, we have to have at least one listener that's like, tell me more.
Oh gosh, no. Let's you know, if you want to know more, go on Reddit. I'm sure there's somebody there who can.
Look, if you are
Take care
that
of your
one
needs.
listener, I'm sure you're already on Reddit.
He's already down that rabbit hole.
Fair.
Look, again, I'm director of education at my current job, and I told a student today, like, statistically, this is the answer. I was wrong, but statistically, was I? Anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next topic. This is the part of the show where we answer some of your questions. We're getting into our fan questions.
Yes.
I feel like that sounds not long enough. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and dive right on into those. But first, if you, as a listener, have a question, you can reach us at our Always More hotline, which is where you would leave a voicemail. We're not actually going to talk to you, I promise. You can reach us at 254-218-4042. Tim?
That's 254-218-4042.
You can also reach us on all of our social medias. You can email us. You can meet us in person and ask us a question. I'm on Facebook. Tim's on Facebook. I think Justin's on Facebook.
Yeah, sort of.
I guess.
Not really, but a little bit. Any
I
social
have it.
media that you can find
I
us
don't
on,
use it.
ask us a question. I promise we will eventually put it on the show.
Can I do this first one?
Please.
Okay, my buddy at work, Alex, asked, would you rather fly, however, you would have a 1 in 5 chance of having complete explosive diarrhea when you launch, or gain the ability to speak to animals but lose all of your human language?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Okay, sorry. If I have to choose, we're going flying, but I do need some clarification. Is the explosive diarrhea immediate, or is that
Yes.
just a consequence during the day?
You're
Because-
going up and then it's coming down.
Okay, because, hey, I can prepare for that. It's not
Yeah,
going to
no,
be
I'm-
fun.
I'm on the same page. Like, flying with diarrhea for sure beats the ability or the
To-
disability to speak to humans.
Yeah, I can't speak to humans? No, man. I'm going to, because here's the thing. I don't have to fly. I can go about my normal life as I go now with 0 changes.
Again, I am the director of education. I have to be able to speak to people.
Okay, but what if it was only for like a couple days at a time? You couldn't speak to people. You can have a chat with like an animal, but then like
Here's the
you
thing.
lose-
Do I
just
have
can
to
just-
pick one of the other? Because I
Yes.
would also say, like, neither of those options sounds good.
Exactly. You gotta choose one. A genie comes into your life, and you're like, okay, you gotta pick one of these. You're like, which one do you choose?
I have
Well,
to
here's the-
pick one. I would pick the flying with diarrhea.
Exactly. Like, I can think of like talking to my girlfriend's cat and being like, yo, what's up? He's blind. He's gonna just be rude as hell to me.
He's got
like,
nothing important to say.
You smell weird. You come in here. You take attention away from me, and I don't like you.
I'm thinking like most animals are dumb as hell. Like they have nothing important to say. Nothing I care to learn.
And when they're blind, they're even dumber.
I speak for my dog.
That does not
very
translate to
often.
humans. I love my blind friends. So, disclaimer.
I just feel like I would rather fly with diarrhea. 'Cause that's something I can prep with. And honestly, like y'all know me, I've got diarrhea like once a month anyway. So,
Bruh.
like, what's the difference? Honestly,
Just put on a diaper.
Yo, I like there's been like some sort of virus going around that's been giving people like some gastrointestinal distress. And that's probably a lot of people right now.
look, let's take some Imodium before we take off.
Why not get some flight out of it?
Might as well. Or like if it's just like instant diarrhea, I feel like it'd be gone after that one poop event.
Or what if it would be like a streak, like how you would see it?
Or like is it like the entire time you're flying you have diarrhea? Or is it just
Okay,
like you
yeah,
have diarrhea every time you take off? But you can keep
It's a 1 in
flying?
5 chance, but is it like 1 in 5 per day, or is it 1 in 5 per fly
Per
incident?
launch.
But if it's per launch, I'm just never touching the ground.
That's
ever
what I'm
again.
saying. Like
I'm gonna be like
levitate.
this much off
yeah,
the ground,
like,
bro.
like
No one's
half
gonna
a
know.
centimeter over the ground the entire time. Like you're not
I'ma
actually
just-
touching the ground. You're just walking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna find a way around it. That sounds great. I like that.
100%. No, 100%. I would wait for that 1 in 5 chance where it's not me pooping myself, and then just never touch the ground again. 100%.
Exactly.
That's what I'm doing.
That's not true. I would touch the ground because like I love to like feel my feet on like nice plush carpet or some like nice grass, and then I just have to be like, all right, we're gonna launch up again. We're gonna hope it's good, and if it's not, we take care of it and we get our shit
Yeah,
figured
like,
out.
You just gotta do
know?
it in your backyard.
Yeah,
just
I
to
was
be
gonna say
prepared.
like go somewhere where nobody's watching you,
Yeah.
where it doesn't matter if there's shit
Backyard,
on the ground.
I'm gonna do it in my bathroom. Like, yo, I can clean up right here.
Yeah, like hover over the toilet for a second. Not a big
Exactly.
deal.
There you go.
Not.
Solutions.
We figured it out,
we're
Alex.
Focused podcast.
We're cheating the system. The Always More Cheating the System podcast. All right. Second question. I'm going to go ahead and do this one because this one came from my wife, Janelle, whom I love more than life. She asks, what are your top 3 favorite foods? Now, being that I love you more than life, babe, I can't honestly answer that question. I truly don't know.
It's hard to answer with your wife, especially how much she
She
cooks.
makes
and everything's
so many
great.
good things.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you saying that I need to come back to Texas?
Yes,
and experience her
Justin,
cooking?
you are
Yeah.
welcome. Not only are you welcome, you are invited. Next time you
All
come
right.
back to Texas, please come stay at my house, eat my food.
Well, when Jordan and Tiara get married, I'm gonna come down.
There you
Yeah.
go.
You don't even have to worry
Um,
about a hotel. Come stay here.
I never have to worry about a hotel in Texas. I know way too many people in Texas.
Fair enough.
I mean, you're looking at my spare
Um,
room right now.
We're currently in the spare room in my house that Tim is staying in whenever he wants to. You're welcome to stay here when he's not, and if he is, you guys can share a bed. It'd be adorable.
Yeah, I might bring my girlfriend with, so that'll be a little weird to have all 3 of us in. But
Tim can sleep on the couch.
There you go.
As far as my 3 favorite foods, this might be cheating, but I'm gonna go with Chicago style thin crust pizza,
Wow.
Chicago style deep dish pizza.
No, that's cheating.
No, because
You can't
okay,
have
wait,
two
whoa.
pizzas. No.
Have you guys had like
You can
Giordano's
say pizza or pizza. You can't have 2 pizzas.
No. These are 2 drastically different foods. They're called pizza, but Chicago style deep dish, where the sauce is on top. You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
where?
And then like a Chicago style thin crust. Those are 2 wildly different things.
I feel like there's such a wider spectrum of food that you could have gone with here.
But here's the thing. I'm not lying. It's we got pizza and we got pizza and then we got burgers. Like that's it. Call me very American. That's where I'm at.
I get it.
Anyone who has shared a residence with me or been in my house for more than 5 days at a time knows how much pizza I consume, for better or for worse. At this point in my life, it's for worse. I'm 34. It's not getting any better.
Yeah, I feel that. But
I bought some lactate, to help, but that's where we're at now. We're like, we gotta buy vitamins. We gotta buy
gluten-free
supplements.
pills. Yeah, I get you.
We are not buying gluten-free. I will suffer through the pain and suffering. The taste is it ain't there for me.
Janelle is gluten-free, so most of my meals are also gluten-free. But if I feel the need or desire, I will gladly take a gluten pill to be able to eat that stuff. And even then, it doesn't always work. I never had a problem with gluten until I started eating mostly Janelle's food.
Yeah.
Because
the less
your body just wasn't used to it.
The less you eat something, the less you're used to it. So your body doesn't process it the same way. So because of her gluten intolerance, I now have a gluten intolerance. And I'm mad about it.
You just need to eat gluten every day. You'll get it back.
I'm working on it, man. I had 2 bowls of ramen today. And
I'll do it.
I promise you in the next, where are we at? In about 2 hours, it's not going to be a pretty sight. I'm going to have to answer that flight question again.
I feel you. That's honestly been today for me. I don't know what happened. It was that situation. I was at work and I was like, we got about 22 seconds before disaster.
Listen, I understand you're telling me something important, but it's not as important as what's about to happen.
Fortunately, I wasn't talking to anybody. I was just like, I'm gone. I'm supposed to be pulling this order. Nope.
Nobody followed me for about 35, 45 minutes.
Someone came in and they were like, I know what's happening in here. I'm going to walk right back out.
All right. My favorite foods, I'm just going to throw these out there. I'm saying like pulled pork chops, and the chicken that we had tonight.
Dude.
The chicken fat potatoes.
That
my favorite.
literally was what I was going to say.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Janelle made dinner for us before the podcast. I'm sorry you didn't get any. If you were in Texas, you absolutely would.
Chicken.
I will say, though, a good pork chop, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't do pork chops for me don't reheat well. So I only do them in the summer where I can grill.
No, I'm about to blow your mind. Janelle makes these meals for people as like meal prep. And her pork chops are one of the like top requested things.
Man.
But like, here's the thing. White people would just throw a pork chop in the microwave and call it good. Sorry, Tim. Tim. I see
you're
your face.
not wrong, but in this case,
Justin, trust me.
But I'm like,
me when I say
I want my pork chop to. If I'm reheating it, I need 80% of original quality.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at.
Trust me when I say you're getting 110%.
Yeah, you're starting off with 120.
She makes it to the point where it's almost better reheated than when she originally makes it. And I'm saying that as a person of color who grew up on pork chops. The reason she is so good at pork chops is because it was my favorite food before we got together. And she wanted to make sure she did it right.
So for those of you in the podcast who can't see my face, doubt.
I understand your face of doubt. Come back to Texas. I would put money on it.
I'm telling you.
A significant amount of money.
Time will tell.
Cheese for me. Just put a cheese plate in front of me. I'm good. Prosciutto. And then the chicken that your wife made.
Yeah, 100%.
It was fucking good.
Hey, Tim, I'm gonna just say that cheese is the most white thing you've ever said. Like,
I was gonna say
all the
that.
time I've known you.
I was gonna
like,
say
I'm
it, but I
willing
didn't
to accept that.
I feel like I've been talking shit about white people too much lately in my podcasts. So
well, here's the thing. I have to say
let it roll.
I'm willing to accept it.
I have to say it because I live in Wisconsin, the land of cheese. Like, no joke. Up the road from me is a place called the Mars Cheese Castle.
Oh my god!
I was gonna say, don't you have like cheese castles and cheese caves around you?
Okay,
like the
to be fair, the Mars Cheese Castle is legit.
In Wisconsin.
If you want cheese, the Mars Cheese Castle is where it's at. I love that it's so close. Like if you want any kind of cheese curds or weirdly gator meat, they have gator meat for some weird reason. I don't know.
The last time I had gator meat was under a bridge in Dallas, Texas.
That is the sketchiest.
It was at a food truck.
Okay, wait.
It wasn't just like some random bridge.
Guys, we don't have time to
You
divulge
fixed
into
it.
this
When you
story.
said under a bridge, I'm like, okay, that's some sketchy shit. But like, okay, we're good. We're
It was
good.
at a food truck near the House of Blues in Dallas.
Okay. I haven't been to House of Blues in Dallas, but House of Blues Chicago is one of my favorite venues of all time.
I've been to Dallas and Orlando. House of Blues is a legit venue anywhere you go.
Orlando's like top tier.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah. So, hey, I'm not knocking the quality of cheese because I live in the land of cheese. I just want you to know that, like, that is just the most
I'm fully aware.
Midwest white girl
If you were to
answer.
ask, if you were to
fully aware.
ask any white person what their favorite food is, 1 in 3, it's going to be cheese.
It's like third of the reason why I said it.
And 1 in 3 of those white people is going to be lactose intolerant.
It's not even like a thing. It's a threat, really.
Yeah, I know.
They don't tell you as like, hey, let me inform you. It's like, I'm threatening you. I'm lactose intolerant, and I'm going to eat this cheese. You don't stand a chance.
That's what I have to live with. My girlfriend is lactose intolerant.
Oh,
so
buddy. Sorry.
I love her dearly, so much. And she should know that because when you listen to this, if I didn't love you, I would not deal with it.
Sorry. Not sorry. Oh, man.
She's great. She's wonderful.
I'm sure she is. I cannot wait to meet her, if we're being honest. Bring her back to Texas.
Go on now.
Anyways,
plan.
next question comes from our ever-present listener, whomst we love, Shane. Shane Horton has asked, movie night, what's your go-to snack? Outside of popcorn, which is
Mike
a
and Ike's.
standard.
Oh.
Oh, Mike and Ike's is a good one.
Yeah.
I say Twizzlers.
Oh.
But hear me out. I like Twizzlers because I'm the only one in the house that can eat them. It's the only snack I don't have to share.
Wait, why can't anyone else eat Twizzlers?
Because my wife and my daughter are both gluten intolerant, and Tyler
There's
doesn't.
gluten in Twizzlers?
Yeah,
Mhm.
wheat. Gluten is
It's
in
in
wheat,
everything.
and wheat is in most American foods.
I did not know that there was wheat in Twizzlers. I
Yeah.
do love some Twizzlers,
You
though.
just break a gluten fast that you're
I
having.
can't buy Twizzlers, though, because I lack self-control. And I will eat that whole ass bag.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, no.
One sitting.
1,000%. One sitting, that bag is gone. I don't care what size it is.
Dude, and
You
that
can hand
is
me
that
one
is
Twizzler and I'm happy. You can hand me 1 billion Twizzlers and I'm happy. And they're
That
all
is a-
gone.
36 hours of suffering after eating that whole bag of Twizzlers.
Worth it.
And sometimes I do it willingly. Like, I agree with
Worth
you.
it. 100%.
Like-
I would end that bag of Twizzlers and be happy with whatever happens afterwards.
I work all day tomorrow and the day after, so I can't, because we're talking like 16-hour days. So I can't be indulging in Twizzlers. I got to eat healthy.
No.
gotta be careful.
You're talking about a 14-hour day because you're going to spend 2 of those hours on the toilet, and it's worth it.
But I can't because I'm running audio. So what we're saying is on Saturday, we can indulge in Twizzlers so that I pay the price on Sunday.
There you go.
Fair enough.
I've thought this through.
I'm going to go with a classic that I used to do when I worked at a movie theater, and that was either having, if you're not talking about popcorn, having the cookie dough bites, which I know it sounds stupid,
Also very full of gluten.
very full of gluten, or what we discovered was if you put like the butter from buttered popcorn on some jalapenos, that was freaking delicious. And I would
Like
use
jalapeno poppers.
basically, but with like out the frying of bread and
Instead
everything.
of bread, it's just butter.
Just butter and jalapenos, but you would mix it with the popcorn usually. But if you include the popcorn, it's still good.
Okay, you mixed with the pop. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
See,
I will
my thing
also
about
throw
that-
in,
Go ahead, Justin.
as an honorable mention, the chicken fingers at the movie theater I used to work at, where they had these like barbecue chicken fingers. Man, like they weren't good, but they were good.
Exactly.
Like,
no,
it was the
I know
experience, it wasn't the
exactly what you're
taste.
saying with that,
It was the
buddy.
Yeah.
experience, not the taste.
Yeah.
My only
That
issue
was
with movie
great.
theater stuff is that Tim quit working at the movie theater, and I'm really mad at his selfishness.
No.
Yeah, when I worked at the movie theater, I got free popcorn.
Yep.
I got free drinks if I brought my own cup.
Yep.
Otherwise, it was 25 cents. And I could use the stuff there to like make my own food. So I would like, when
Yeah.
I saw Thor, the first Thor, I bought a Red Baron pizza, went to work, cooked it in the pizza oven, cut it, and then I had a whole pizza when I watched Thor.
That's brilliant.
When Tim
that
used to
was
work at the theater, I used to get all of my stuff for free.
Yeah, buddy.
I paid employee prices for the snacks. I watched all of my movies for free. I think one time we went to watch The Muppets like 4 times in one day.
For sure.
Because
In one day?
we
What
didn't
are you
have anything.
doing?
No, we didn't have anything else to do. So we were like, we watched it the first time, and then the second time we were just kind of like,
I'm pretty sure I was working like the
messing
first
around.
2
We're
shifts of it, and then I watched the last 2 with
and then we watched it again with Tim like the 3rd or 4th time, and like we didn't have anything else to do that day, so we were just like, let's fucking watch The Muppets.
I've been third wheel for a long time.
And
Justin.
now I know all of their songs by heart. So, it is what it is. Anyway,
enough.
our last question comes from Maddie, who asks, what are you reading, listening to, or watching? I'm going to go ahead and jump on this one first and say that what I'm currently focusing all of my reading, watching, or listening to attention is My Wreck and Rev. Yeah, that Who the Fuck Did I Marry is taking all of my spare time.
Gosh.
It again, 10-minute episodes, 50 episodes, plus all the extra content.
I've been extra busy with my life lately, so I haven't been reading or like doing much like that anymore. So like other than like watching movies as much as I try to, I've been just listening to Dan McClellan on Brother TikTok or his podcast, or
Yes, big fan.
Pete Enns from the Bible for Normal podcast, or the Bible for Normal People podcast, excuse me. Like those are my go-tos other than movies I watch.
Solid answers. Justin?
I've been really, really listening to a lot lately. Nothing Nowhere dropped a mixtape called Dark Magic. It's like a weird mixture of like mid-2000s emo and rap, which sounds like a terrible combination, but I feel like he's the only person who can pull it off well, and I love it.
Send it to me.
That's been my jam. Also, How to Disappear by Casey. If you want to be sad and cry your eyes out,
I don't.
Let me
listen to that.
write that on my list.
And like they used to be like a more of a hardcore band, and then I think the dude screams on like literally like one song in this album, and I was like, I hate it. And then I listened to it, I was like, just kidding, I don't hate it. Like the lyrics just like went into my soul. I was like, all right, hey, we're good here. We're good here. I understand everything you're saying, and I've been binging that album a lot.
I hate that I love it.
Yeah.
Lastly, I've been reading The Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson, which is part of the Stormlight Archive series. Let me tell you, first of all, this might be the longest book I've ever read. I've been reading it on Kindle, so like I did not know that like it was as long as it is. But I saw the physical book, and I was like, oh, this is massive.
I did not know I was investing in this.
Let me Google the page count. How many pages are in World's Radiance? Okay, 1,104.
Oh yeah, that's a
in
book.
hardcover format. Yeah, I read the first book, and it was like half the size, maybe a third. Brandon Sanderson excels in world building. His Mistborn series, if you want to kind of like dip your toe into his worlds, they're all connected, by the way, which is also crazy. Mistborn's a great way to jump in. The first Mistborn trilogy is very simple. It's very easy to jump in to see if that's the kind of thing you want to like. But once you jump past that, if you're into it, the Stormlight Archive, I'm on the second book. It is maybe the best book I've ever read in my life. Previously, Robert Jordan held that title with one of the Wheel of Time books, but my God.
Wow.
I'm
here's a
92%
question.
done with this book, and my life has changed.
What a recommendation here.
Have you read the Odyssey and the Iliad?
Yes.
I feel like I read the Odyssey in high school.
Yeah.
Most people
But-
haven't, which is surprising.
Yeah, in high school.
You know how long ago high school was?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I graduated in 2007.
Listen, I read
It's
the Odyssey.
2014.
I read the Odyssey for the first time. I'm sorry. Hold on. Time out. You graduated high school in 2014?
Seven.
No, in 2007.
Okay,
And it's,
I'm sorry.
It's
He's older than us.
2024.
I
I
misheard you then.
may have said 2014. I'm
I got what you're
Okay.
putting down.
Anyways, sorry. I read the Odyssey for the first time in 2000 some odd whatever number.
Must have been
I was in 3rd grade.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in 3rd grade when my dad
Third
made me
grade?
read the Odyssey. My dad made me read the Odyssey.
Oh.
And to this day, it is my favorite book. I'm rereading it right now.
Wow.
I love that book.
Wow.
Okay?
You have convinced me that I should reread it. I've actually been considering rereading David Copperfield.
Oh.
Don't do that.
I enjoyed that book immensely.
Did you really?
When I was in junior high.
It was all right, but I wouldn't reread it.
But I don't remember it. So I'm like, is it as good as my childhood memory is, or was my brain just that messed up?
Probably
If your
not.
childhood remembers that way, then probably you will. But that's just because
If
of
your
how
childhood
brain is
remembers it
wired.
that way, I would say just leave it alone. Don't ruin it.
No, I don't remember anything about the book. I just remember how much I loved it.
Yeah, I get that.
I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, like I remember watching like I don't know. There's like certain regrets of like when I go back to watch old films. But like the other day when I walked into your house, you guys were watching 101 Dalmatians, and I was like, I will never watch this movie again in my life. But I'm like, I could sit down and watch this again. I could totally get into this again. You know what I mean?
I get it.
It's like the difference between you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender and you're like, this is great. This is still good. I love it. And then you can go watch Spider-Man from the 90s and you're like,
oh,
well,
Look, Avatar
have a
The
lot of
Last
good memories
Airbender
here.
holds up. I don't care how old you are when you watch it. It holds up. It's such a great show.
I watched it as an adult. I started Korra as an adult. I never finished Korra, actually.
Korra was all right. Last
I-
Airbender was top tier. It could have
I
ended
started
there and been
Korra-
fine.
I started Korra on Amazon Prime, and then midway through one of the seasons, they removed it.
I think it was on Netflix.
It is on Netflix now. I plan to finish it. I just have to.
You should finish
a
it
lot of-
just for the completion of the story, but it's all right.
Oh, I've got a lot of anime going on this season, so it's like on the back burner.
Yeah, it deserves to be on the back burner.
Ooh, don't say that.
I mean,
I love Korra.
it was all right, but it wasn't as good as Last Airbender. And
But I don't think anything's gonna be as good as that. Speaking of which, a new series comes out Friday, the live action.
I don't know how I feel
It
about
is
it.
Polarizing.
They're changing
seen
a
reviews
lot
that
of
are like,
things, and I
"This
don't
is amazing."
know.
This is good.
I don't know.
What I've seen about the changes is more so for like streamlining less than actually changing the character.
No, what I've seen about the changes is that they're changing it because the audience that it was originally written for is now more adult, and they want to make it more like Game of Thrones for those people. Which
I've heard that it does not land very Game of Thronesy. What will really be interesting is we should talk about it next episode after we have watched it.
Let's do it. We'll have a nerd segment for Avatar: Last Airbender.
I'm here for it.
All right, guys. I think that is all the time we've got for today's episode.
it's about time.
It's about damn time. In a minute, I'm gonna need a sentimental man or woman to pump me up. Anyways,
Well, what an episode! I mean, like, look. It's,
look,
it's
you've
three
got-
guys.
You've got missing feet. You've got my daughter bringing me candy.
You got Viagra.
You've got Viagra. Let's talk about that for a second. This has been a fun episode.
Not a bad day. Yeah, I mean Harley's not here, but I mean we survived.
I feel like my wife's not going to listen to this because she's not here.
You don't tell her, and she won't know until like the
I'm going
first.
to pretend that Harley's here until like.
She comes in as a surprise.
Hey,
Guest.
Tell
hold
her
on.
that Harley's
Guys,
sick.
I
I'm
need-
Harley.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I need you guys to be quiet for a second so that I can give Tim an audio bit to put at the beginning. Harley, you're going to come in at the last minute, right? That's what I thought. Okay, we're going to use that audio bit at the beginning of the episode so that my wife will listen to it. Cool? Cool. Nobody tell her anything. Any final thoughts, guys?
I would just say, as my first time on the. Is this the main podcast? I mean, I
Yes.
went
Yeah.
on the nerd one.
You're in the
and then I was
mainstream
on
now.
And then I was on the chaos one.
No, you're on the
Uh,
mainstream, bro.
I will say, Harley, I'm coming for your job. For the listeners. I enjoyed this a lot. So
Look,
Sorry.
I feel like even if we're not going to record podcast, we should just like do Zoom meetings once a week just to hang
I'm
out.
down for it.
Just to hang out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm here for it.
I dig. Today was fun. I enjoyed it. I'm glad that Chris, you almost got away with like, what if we just talk shit for the whole episode? I thought about it. I was like, but nah, let's have some
Look,
structure.
I want to do that so bad,
One of these
and you
days.
never let me do it.
I mean, we kind of did, to be fair.
You guys
The-
went
the
on a
outline
lot of
was
rabbit
like-
trails
No, no,
today.
no,
There
no.
was a
Look,
lot of
here's
rabbit
the thing.
trails.
There's a lot of rabbit trails, yes, but what I'm talking about is like just being dropped in the middle of the jungle and finding our way out. I don't want any trails.
Look, that's going to be our drunk episode. Like what we should do is just find some random topics to talk about, but get super drunk,
No,
and then possibly
I
talk
want
about those things.
no topics planned. I just want to get drunk and talk about anything and everything. Shoot the shit.
I mean, yeah, one of these days, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's anxiety me. Like we don't have
Sooner
something
than
planned.
later. How about we do this? We record a regular episode and we record a drunk episode. And if you absolutely
same
hate the
day?
drunk episode, then we don't use it. Except for our Patreon.
I mean,
Our non-existent Patreon.
yeah.
He's gonna have to make one eventually.
Hey, you know, we gotta feed our kids, man.
I need to feed my children.
I don't have children yet, but hey, you know,
When the time comes.
Justin needs to feed my children.
I need to feed my future children, man. You know,
There you go.
There you go. One
that
of
means
these
I gotta
days.
fill up my girlfriend so that she can have my future children, right?
Whoa.
Hey,
Hey there.
if she's into it.
She is.
Look,
Hey.
I haven't met her, so I don't know if we approve yet.
Oh, we 100% approve.
No. You
my
100% approve.
No,
I
no.
don't.
Here,
I haven't met her. I can't 100% approve anything.
here's the thing. My sister is the hardest person to get approval from.
I haven't met
If-
your sister either, so I
she-
don't know that I approve of her
My
either.
sister doesn't like people. And the fact that she approves, it's like all the approval in the world for me. I'm like, okay, you approve.
Listen, Justin. I'm still not even sure that I approve of Hunter.
Sorry, Hunter. No, but for real though, after me and my ex-wife split, we split in 2020. Christmas 2021, we're going down to Chicago. Like this is when I'm living in Texas. I came up here for Christmas. It's me, my sister, her sister. Don't ask about the family tree; it's complicated. Her sister, her sister's husband, and so in the minivan, it's me, my sister, my sister's husband, and some random group of kids. We don't know. We have 2 cars going on. And then she's like, yeah, I never really liked his ex-wife. And I'm like, hold on. What? Wait. Never. She's never going to listen to this. It's fine. But never. She was like, I hated the way she treated you. She's like, I hated her attitude and blah, 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 blah. So the fact that she actually likes my current partner is very significant and the highest stamp of approval I could ask for. So
We'll see. Like I said, I don't know that I approve of your sister, much less her choice in your current girlfriend. You think your
I don't know.
sister's hard to impress. Wait till you try
She-
to introduce her to me.
That's
she's
true.
she's my baseline for approval. And also, even if she doesn't approve, that doesn't mean that I don't approve. So, you know.
We'll see. All right, guys.
my final thought. Yeah, don't do drugs, kids.
Drugs are just bad, okay?
No, I think.
Unless it's green.
Hey,
If it's green, it's not a drug.
It's not a drug. It's a plant.
from the
you
earth.
know?
God,
I
made
don't know.
it.
I don't know. I don't do that. It's not legal here.
I am down for having. Look, let's just bring the woolly mammoth back. Let's just do it. I mean, why not? Well, what's the worst that can happen?
We could all die.
We die? We die.
That's
like,
the
yeah.
worst.
Actually, no.
Look, we
We
got to
get
mix it one
tortured
time. We can
and
do it
then
again.
Yeah, the worst case scenario, they bring back the woolly mammoth, and everybody's like, yeah, that was dope. And then they're like, let's try the raptors.
No.
And then
Dude,
we
they're
suffer, we die, we get eaten.
They're the size of chickens, man.
Raptors? Yeah, they were
Yeah.
that
The
big.
original
Yeah.
raptors, yes. But if they're like, let's bring back the T-Rex or whatever.
Yeah, I doubt.
Man, I could box one of those. They have short arms. It's fine.
All right, I'll remember that. When it's happening, I'm going to be like, hey, Justin said he would fight one for fun.
Put him in the ring.
Yeah. Don't remember that.
All right, that's all I got. That's all I got.
Let's go ahead and close this one out. Thank you all again for listening to our podcast. Be sure to subscribe, like, share, and leave a 5-star rating on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at AlwaysMorePod. Tim, where you at?
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and everything else at Timothy Lichty. It's Liechty.
Justin?
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok at harleybean.co. Sorry, no.
That's
you
a
can find
very
me
different
everywhere
person.
as Justin is Theory. Just about anywhere. So, and again, I will say, if you want to play Halo or an Xbox, and you want to, like, hey, add me. Just add me.
You're probably one of like 5 people left that are still playing Halo.
No,
buddy.
Halo
I
Infinite,
miss
dude,
Halo.
is doing super well.
Maybe I
Dude,
should get an Xbox. Who
Get
knows?
our Halo or PC. You know, I've been playing ranked lately, man.
It's going to
I
be
did
an
not
Xbox. I'm not
know
a PC.
how
Let's
many-
go, buddy. Let's go.
Anyways,
Hey,
I am
do it.
on Instagram as Captain_CT Ford and TikTok as Christopher.Lionheart. Thank you again for listening and for being part of the always evolving conversation. Remember, there is always more than this. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Good day.
You deserve love.